So on Friday, if you were here, I think it was Friday, I mentioned that there was something up in my arse. I believed that I had inside my arse possibly a compacted shite, which is when you've got a shite that, I don't know, hardens or something like that and it gets stuck inside your fucking rectum or whatever. Um, and it's hard to get out. I wasn't sure if it was that or no. The treatment for that, I don't know if you have to go to a hospital or whatever, would be a warm water enema and then a finger inserted into the rectum to break up the shite. So I thought, this isn't a big enough deal to actually go to a fucking hospital. Um, and I was managing to shite past it. That's the feeling that I had. I was managing to do shites that went past it. So I had that feeling. And I do a shite that would go past it. Um, and I would look in the toilet and the shite would be all kind of thin, like not like a tape one, but you could tell it had to squeeze past something else. If you want to picture that. Uh, I thought, right. So after the stream, I went and got the rubber gloves, the dishwashing gloves, yellow glove, for under the sink, and I went to the toilet, and I lubricated it with some hand cream, and I stuck my finger up my arse to see what I could feel. And all I felt was the inside of an arse. Right? I was waiting to feel, there it is. But it just felt like an arsehole. If you don't know what an arsehole feels like, I don't know. Like any orifice, I suppose. I thought, is that that? I took my finger out, looked at it, no shite on it, or anything like that. I smelled it, just in case there was a sick feeling, like sort of rotten mince meat, just in case, because you could smell, just in case there was a sickness off it. There might have been a smell. Doctors did that. Remember, doctors? There was a time when doctors would. There was a time when doctors would drink your piss to be able to tell if there was something up. They'd drink they'd sip your urine. So I wanted to see, is there what if I smelled it? Didn't smell a shite. It smelled like you know how you can't quite put it into words, but the smell of death. The smell of illness. It predates language. You just know. I like eggs or something like that. Just something that's guts. The smell of guts. So, I went like that. And it just smelled of shite. So we're alright there. I took the glove off. Right? Placed it to the side with the aim of putting it into the bin later. But kept it handy just in case I wanted to use it again. And I thought, right, no. And so I tried to do a shite. And because I could feel there was something up there, I thought, let's try and get this out. And I squeezed and squeezed, and I could feel it sort of come out a bit. I could feel it like touch the inside, my cheeks. I could feel it sort of come out, right? I was like, right, I'm getting there. And I was like, fucking, like that. I thought, this might not be good for me. I thought, this is what you do. This is what you do if you were giving birth. You got to fucking squeeze. And I could feel it. I thought, it's getting, but it just wasn't coming right out. And I thought, right, what I'll do is I'll take the while it's kind of out a wee bit, I'll take bog roll and I'll try and kind of like scrape a wee bit of it off. So imagine that much was poking out my arse. I'll try and sort of like take that wee bit off, and bit by bit I might be able to chip away at this fucking shite. Um, so I did that, but it just felt like it just went at it, like I was going at a fucking finger or something. And I looked at the bog roll, and it didn't have really any shite on it. I was like, right, what is that? I thought, right, this might not be a shite that's coming out your ass. This might be something else. You might be looking at, like I said last on Friday, some sort of prolapse, lipstick looking Doug's hard on type of thing. The sort of thing that somebody would send you a picture of for a laugh, as a nasty surprise. So I got my phone, um, and uh, I leaned there, put my phone between my legs with a selfie camera on, and looked at my arsehole to see. And I was actually scared to look just to see what does my arsehole look like. I've not looked at my arsehole for quite a while. I looked at it when I was like a teenager or something like that. That way you just investigate yourself in the mirror. And I was actually, believe it or not, pleasantly surprised that it wasn't, it was all right. I don't mean in terms of the current fucking problem. I mean just in general. I was expecting something really bad, but it was all right. Anyway, I couldn't see anything. I thought what I need to do is squeeze, get to the point where I feel like something's coming out, and then look to see what that is. So I did that, and then at that point I put the phone down, and I was looking between my legs at the kind of phone screen, but I couldn't quite fucking see it. I thought I saw something. I wasn't sure. So what I did instead was just did that, took pictures, not being able to see, and then I looked. And what I saw was, it wasn't a shite. It was, how did I describe it? At the inside of the kind of side of my hoop was what looked like, if like a kind of, no purple, but slightly bluer kind of thing that looked like a segment of a tangerine. You know how, like, if you take a wee segment of a tangerine it, and it's sort of like ripply, and it looks like the skin's been stretched a bit thin, and it was at the side that I was like, right, so that's what's that then? Is that piles? Because I was like, what are piles? Are piles hemorrhoids? And what are hemorrhoids? What is that? So while sitting there, I looked up pictures of piles, and there it was. There was some that looked fucking a lot worse than my arse, that hanging out. And other ones, I was like, that looks kind of like what I've got. So I was like, hit me with it. What's the future looking like for me? And it says, it's common. It goes after a few days. Just don't fucking try and squeeze any shite out. Don't, just take it easy. That kind of thing. And I read one thing. It says, if you've squeezed too much or something like that, if it's come out, just push it back in. And I was like, fucking what? You can actually have them fucking hanging out that like NHS website saying just push it back in, like it's fucking. I was like, what, they hang out like boys, like testicles or something, and advising you, not like that. Don't touch it. Go to a hospital. Just say, just push it back in, and it'll go away after a few days. Push what back in? What do you mean? Anyway, so I've just kind of been taking it easy, and feels like it's sort of getting better. It's not irritating me. It's not nippy, sore, uncomfortable. Just sort of feels like a kind of on needing a shite, but I sort of maybe do, maybe don't. And that's it. It's no itchy, nothing at all. So I've looked it up and that's that. So we're alright. Does it itch? Nothing at all. Everything's absolutely hunky dory. Get the doctor to staple it back inside. I've got a I can get. I can order a stapler. Chameleon Cockershay Grimward thinks the subs and bits. Sorry to hear about your trauma dump. Very good, very clever. Big man Penfold thinks the sub. Any excuse to get a finger up again. It kind of reminded me of that. It reminded me of that. What do you call it? Pokey bum wank that I had. Brett Anderson. All the years ago. Tommy thinks the bits. Welcome to the club. You should know that once you get them piles fully, never fully go away, they will always flare up every now and again. I think I might have had them before when I was younger. So don't welcome me to your club. I probably had piles before you were born. In fact, there we go. 1997. I had blood coming out my arse. 1992, October the 19th October 1992, on the night that I took, the first time I took 2 acid at the Ob concert. I had blood coming out my arse. Well, blood on my bog roll for the very first time. 4 years before you were born. 5 years before you were born. I've had arse problems before you were born.